Hello, and welcome to the second video in a three-part video series covering the registration process at Dalton State College. In this video, we're going to cover how to find class times and the course reference numbers, or CRNs. By this point, you already want to have met with your advisor to discuss a plan of courses that you're going to be taking in your future terms. This is going to be helpful to help you search. You also want to have an advising schedule template or something similar to this that you can write your class times, your class days, and your CRN numbers down. If you haven't done this part, go back to video 1 and it explains how to contact your advisor and plan ahead. To begin, let's go to daltonstate.edu and scroll over Academics. Next, we're going to click on the Classes link. After that, we're going to click Class Schedule. This will bring us to the class schedule program that we use to search for courses. In this term box, you want to select the term that you're wanting to register for. This is also the term that you're going to search for classes in. In this video, we're going to use Spring 2018 as an example. However, you would put in this semester that you want to register for. So for example, Fall 2018, Spring 2019, so on and so forth. Again, we're going to use Spring 2018 as an example, and we're going to submit the term. When you do that, it's going to ask for parts of term. Now, most students typically want to leave it where it says all parts of term because you want to see all the A session courses, all the B session, and all the C session courses. And these are just different parts of the school year. Once you've put in all parts of term, submit that part of term. Next, we're going to start searching our individual courses. And again, in this video, we're only searching this biology course. You would want to search every single course one at a time. So first, we're going to enter the subject code. In this case, the subject code is BIOL, and that's the four-letter heading of each course. So we found in the subject code box BIOL, and we're going to put it in there. Next, we're going to search the campus code. And typically, students would take the main campus courses. However, some students want to take online classes, which they could do through the GML eCore or the web online Dalton State. And then some students who live in the LJ or Blue Ridge region, they want to take classes at the Gilmer County Center. And they would select W Gilmer Campus right here. For this example, we're going to select main campus. Lastly, we're going to input the course number. In this case, the course number always follows the subject code. So the subject code was biology. The course number is 1108K. From the course number menu, we're going to scroll until we see our number that we're interested in, and we're going to put it in that box. Now, you can change begin time, end time, instructor, course status, and days of the week. However, the more of those that you change, the fewer and fewer options you're likely to see. What I recommend is only select the subject code, campus code, and course number, and then click the search button. When you do that, you're going to see all the options that are available for that given course. So each of these are Biology 1108 courses. You want to first look at their times and days of the week right here. So up in the top right, we see a code marker box with M for Monday, T for Tuesday, W for Wednesday, R for Thursday. This usually trips students up, but the R is for Thursday, and then F for Friday. So we see this first class is a Tuesday, Thursday, 140 to 255 class with a Thursday, 305 to 455 lab time. And so you want to keep that in mind when you're searching courses to make sure that that fits the time that you can take it. If you did want to take this course, you next want to look and see how many students are enrolled. Enrolled tells you how many students have already taken seats. This one seats a total of 24. 23 students have registered, so this one is still open. When this class fills, it'll turn bright red and say closed like this one that's circled in red here. For the most part, you want to avoid closed classes if at all possible. However, you might have to look at taking a closed class, and to do that, you'd add yourself to the wait list, which is exactly like registering, and we'll cover that in video 3. Now, we're going to use this top biology as an example. Let's say we wanted to take this course. So on your advising schedule template, I've copied and pasted this from the previous screen just so you can see it for reference. But on our template, on Tuesday and Thursday, 140 to 255, we're going to write in Biology 1108 in each of those boxes. See, Tuesday, Thursday, 140 to 255. We're also going to write in the CRN number, 20455. We've written that in there as well. Now, don't forget that this class also has a lab on Thursdays, 305 to 455. So it starts in 305 on Thursday, and it runs until 455, which spills over into the second box. So it's important that you fill up each box that the class is occurring. And that's because when you go back to search for your next course, you want to be sure you don't have any time conflicts, and you want to avoid any kind of time conflicts. So in marking out all of the boxes, you can avoid time conflicts there. Now, when you've gotten all of your classes written down on your template, you're ready to contact your advisor again to get permission to register. And so what you would send them is the courses that you're taking. So in this case, we just searched the one, Biology 1108, as well as the CRN number, so 20455. Once they've received all of your courses and all of your CRNs, they'll release you to register. In the next video, we're going to take a look at actually how to register once you have been released. So stay tuned, and thank you very much for your viewing.